Hello everyone, this is NoStall123, and it's been a very long time since the last layout tour. And a lot has changed in that long time, and by that I mean a lot. The last layout between you and me, the last one I showcased anyway, kinda sucked. And this one, I feel like I finally perfected it. So we're gonna take a look around at this beast of a layout today, and I'll show you the ins and outs, and also describe a little bit on how I built it. So we're going to begin where most layout tours start off, Knapford Station and Knapford Yard. So Knapford Station is the deluxe Knapford Station. If you remember my first layout video, I used the small pathetic wood one, which is now serving its purpose as Tidmouth Station. But anyways, not long ago, say October, I managed to upgrade to the deluxe Knapford Station. We're going to take a look at the overall layout of the station and which engines are occupying the platforms and approaching tracks. So to start, we have Thomas approaching Platform 1, and waiting on Platform 1 is Gordon and Bertie the bus as they're probably dropping off Gordon's connecting passengers. Adjacent to Gordon is James, and then Toby and Edward, all three most likely having an idle conversation about the day's events. And the engine that just departed Platform 4 is Daisy. All the while, the Fat Controller watches on, making sure things are running normally on the railway. In the yard, we have Rosie, who just left the water tower, which is now being used by Duck. Harvey has just left the coal hopper, and behind the coal hopper is the special engine shed, which Murdoch is occupying. And Diesel is shunting some trucks in a nearby siding. Beside Murdoch's track is another shed where Derek is being inspected by a workman because his engine is on fritz. Flying Scotsman and Stanley are discussing whichever topic might interest them. And Splatter and Dodge are under the cargo crane, most likely coming up with an evil scheme that will aid their boss, Diesel 10. We now move on from Knapford Yard and Knapford Station to Tidmouth Sheds. Only one engine is occupying the sheds at this moment, and that is Oliver. And there really isn't much to say. There's a Brio lamp that actually operates, and one of the tracks leads off into a ditch where a certain blue engine got stuck. Also nearby is a wooden windmill with Bluebell the cow, Terrence the tractor, and Trevor talking about tractor things. Percy has just left the aforementioned Tidmouth Station with the post train, and also watching on is Harold the helicopter and some other guys from a wrong franchise. What are they doing here? Next is the quarry area. My quarry is mainly just a merge between the Farquhar Quarry and Boulder Quarries. On the tracks that are adjacent to the quarry, Neil is pulling an open coach, and Diesel 10 is giving pursuit to Lady. At the quarry is Boulder Mountain. You can kind of see Mavis down there with Thumper, and Boulder watches everything. He's the omniscient force that looks over the quarry. Bill and Ben are just behind that shed in front of the quarry mine tunnel, which is off limits to all engines. Next up is the suspension bridges. On Benjamin Bridge is Donald and Douglas taking a short freight train, while nobody is occupying the wooden railway suspension bridge. Coming off of the suspension bridges, we finally reach the busiest area of the layout, the docks. The docks was extremely painful to design, and it took a lot of trial and error to get it right. But I think it looks pretty good for now. There's a lot happening here. A lot of boats coming in and out, a lot of cranes. So I'm just going to go a little bit into detail about who all is at the docks. Coming up behind Edward's train at Knapford is Boko with his own short little consist. He's going under the rolling gantry crane. Following behind him is Arthur, and if I move over a bit you can see Salty and Porter. And adjacent to Salty and Porter is Henry. In terms of boats, there is a lot going on here. We have the Sodor Bay tugboat, Constance, and a container ship moored along the side. Same with Northumberland submarine. Hank and Foduck are passing by, and Emily is about to tie off from the cargo ship. Theodore is pulling Barrington barge. Rebecca, the research vessel, is with an old pirate ship. Bolstra, the barge, is moored alongside the quay, along with a custom wooden railway OJ. And Carla, the cabin cruiser, is by the Percy Takes the Plunge area. Back there is George with Bot Vista. Sunshine is towing, I think it's Barrington, with the dispatcher watching on. And 10 Cents is pulling Shelburne, the sea barge. And with that, we finally came full circle on the layout. This layout was a pain to make, but it is arguably my favorite one I've done. It kind of puts all the other ones to shame, and more work is definitely going to be done to it in the future. So, for now, this is NoStall123 Studios, signing off, and have a good day.